All right, we back. We just saw Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. Thoughts?
I thought it was pretty good, honestly. I thought, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think?
It's alright. It's a little weird, but it's cool.
I feel you on that weird thing. What you think? Rated out of 10.
Give it a 7.5.
I was gonna say 7.5 too.
I'll give it a 7.8. Yeah, just a little more.
Okay, hot takes. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
You just saw that Black Panther movie?
Yeah.
What you think about that?
It was amazing.
Said it was amazing? Rated out of 10.
Out of 10, 10.
10 out of 10.
10. Yeah, I mean, the representation and everything, even for Mexicans and everything.
Does
was
it want to have to
amazing.
be fighting each other though?
That's the thing. That is the question. Yeah.
That is the question.
It truly is.
You gave it 10 out of 10 though, okay.
Yeah, give it 10.
Okay. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, we back. Y'all just see that Black Panther 2?
Yes.
What y'all think?
I liked it, yeah.
Rated out of 10.
Like a 7.5.
Like an A.
Oh, okay, a little bit higher than the average. Alright. Alright. Alright, we actually back again. Hey, y'all just saw this Black Panther? What y'all think? Thoughts?
That underwater king, I would give my life for it. Literally, it was literally like, I want to drown with you. Like, come on.
No, like it made me go through so much emotion. Like I don't even know how to feel right now. I just, oh my god. Like
Okay, rated out of 10.
out of 10,
Brazilian.
12,000.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Hey, fans,
Well,
fans.
the production, the actors, everybody. Just
That kid in the end, can I steal him? He was so cute, and the way he was speaking, and like the little dimples, literally stop.
so cute.
Alright, thank you guys. We'll be back again. Alright, we back, and we just saw Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. Thoughts? You suck.
Okay, let's do the usual. Let me read the plot summary real quick.
Just read it. Hurry it up, please.
Queen Ramona, Shuri Mbaku, Okoye, and the Dora Milaje fight to protect the nation from intervening world powers in the wake of King T'Challa's death. As the Wakandans strive to embrace the next chapter, the heroes must band together with Nakia and Everett Ross to forge a new path for their beloved kingdom. So, obviously they had to deal with the tragic passing of Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace. My thoughts, man, I have a lot of them, but I'll just say I was a little disappointed. It was a long movie, almost 3 hours. Definitely not justified. I feel like they could have told that story in half that time. We didn't even see the next Black Panther till the last third of the movie. Yeah, it just took way too long. Like, you know, I guess there were the remains, like they fucking, what's his name, Killmonger from the last, from the first movie.
I like that. I like that.
They, like he destroyed the remains of the Black Panther juice, and they just were taking way too long to get it back, and it was just taking way too long. So there were moments, I mean, I could say some things that I liked. I liked the scientist, Riri Williams,
Oh yeah, I like
Ironheart,
that character, for
aka
sure.
she's the new Iron Man.
Yeah, that's stupid. But continue.
What else did I like? I like the fish people.
Yeah,
They were interesting.
Yep, that was something
They had
different.
some interesting powers. I don't know. Plot was super confusing. You know.
Nah, it was basic. I thought it was very basic.
Well, it was basic, but I didn't understand why what's his name? Like, yeah, he like, you know, they had the other vibranium that no one knew about, and then he just wanted to destroy the whole world.
No, he was upset because Wakanda pretty much brought the white people to his, I'm sorry to say white people, but brought the Americans to his doorstep, essentially.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, come destroy the world with me. And,
yeah, because he wants to destroy the surface world, we'll say, the surface world.
He's like, he's so sure, he's like, look at what we built here, you know, this is, if you were in my position, you'd do the same thing. And I'm like, I don't know. You're pretty powerful people. You don't really need anyone helping you. But, so you can defend yourself. So, I don't know. Yeah, well, I'll just leave it at that. I had some good moments and not so good moments.
Yeah, same. There were some good moments, and the action looked cool. I'll give it that. Visually, I thought they did a good job. That movie sucked. It didn't suck, but it was just like, what was I watching? Like, why? That just, I don't know. Why were the black people and the Mexican people fighting, each other, and the white people stood on the sidelines and provoked them? And we're gonna attack the Wakanda. Like, that just was stupid. There was too many things. Maybe it's Disney that I have a problem with, and not so much this Wakanda universe.
Because you had the white CIA guy.
Yeah, what was his point? What was his point in the movie?
And then they came back and rescued him for no.
I get it. Well, he's part of the team, and black people move like that. Yes, we will take in white people. He's like the Eminem of Wakanda, but it's still like. What was his point in the movie? What was all of their points? They were just trying to introduce what's her name.
I fell asleep during that part.
They were trying to introduce the Seinfeld chick in order to have more of a role in the Marvel universe. That's his wife now. She's just a character now. Like, I'm not buying this. And they used Chadwick Boseman's death to make a check, and that's the biggest problem with this movie. Is that was blatant use of this nigga's life in order to make $1. They didn't address it. They didn't really talk about it. He died of an illness. That was just
bro.
Fuck that.
I thought we missed some shit, like some.
No, it was
moment,
no.
But
it was an illness. They were just using Chadwick Boseman to make $1, and that wasn't okay. And at the end, they're flashing the picture. That was not okay.
Could have been saved or some shit, and yeah, I don't know.
That was not okay. That was not okay. They could have done better storytelling than that. I think I understand what Ryan Coogler was maybe going for and all of them, but they used his death to make $1. And I just didn't like that part of it.
It wasn't even a.
They could have told me that they were combining the real world with their Marvel universe too much.
To hit and to tug on some emotional strings, and it didn't happen. Like no, I don't know. Nothing didn't seem like any of the moments were earned.
And Shuri's not a compelling enough character for me. I get it. Okay, everybody's dead. Her family's dead. But maybe I just don't like Homegirl as an actor. She just doesn't do it for me. And I wasn't excited. I'd rather watch Riri Williams fly around in that knockoff-ass Iron Man suit. You know what I mean? But that still was stupid. Like, why did she have to be Iron Man? Why do black people only get power through technology? Why can't she just be a different effing hero?
That I didn't have a problem. Like, that's part of the lore.
I get it. Sure, yay, hooray. Hooray. We love Marvel. Hooray. And she has the same scenes as Iron Man. She's hammering. She tries to make the flight. Oh, Iron Man did that shit in Avengers. Oh, but this time she caught herself because she's better than Tony Stark. Get out of here, man. Tell them a new story. I don't care to see Marvel now just retelling their own shit. Fuck out of here. Hey, I love seeing black people on TV.
She made a fucking vibranium finder for her science class.
I liked that. That part was cool, and how the white people took advantage of it. That was pretty real. But come on, man. I don't know. They could have done a lot with this movie.
I will agree with you with Shuri.
I didn't think they did enough.
I mean, I would have expected that because Shuri is kind of it made sense.
They brought back Killmonger the wrong way. T'Challa has a son now. T'Challa, the character, has a son.
You're going too fast, bro.
Oh, I'm not, man. That movie was garbage. They didn't go fast enough.
Killmonger was well used, I thought, because there was.
I
a
can
struggle.
agree with that.
It
but
was
he should've
forced.
just
She
been
was
the new
trying
Black
to
Panther.
drinking and like, it's like, yeah, you gotta have.
He said, "Did you just see Black Panther? Can I be on hindsight?"
No, it was a good. He was a good kind of catalyst for her in discovering her powers, I guess.
I can agree. I like that she kind of started to become like him, but that was also a problem for me because there really were no strong black male role models in this movie. I didn't like that fact. That's more Disneyfication, all women. Then what's her name was a lesbian at the end. What did that have to do anything with the story?
M'Baku
And they just add that in at the end.
barely
Like,
did shit.
stop, man.
M'Baku was just comic relief.
He was just comic relief. The strongest character probably in Wakanda truly was just a
Dude.
joke now. Like, it was just too much. It was just too much. I
And
know
I've
there's
never
empowerment
understood
in it
this-
though.
Why does it have to be one set? I get you drink this fucking flower juice.
That's now 3D printed because black people love technology and everything we do is tech.
it's like, yeah.
We're literally
it's
androids,
that,
aren't
it's
we?
that trope of you tech it. Fucking Shuri's such a genius that she can fucking make anything basically. And it's like it's a cheat. It's like
It's a
nanotech.
cheat, man.
like
Because
nanotech.
everybody's Tony Stark now. Like, all the little kids are Tony Stark. I get they're trying to empower black people, but they're not doing it right. Even though
Lazy.
I had talked to those girls and they were so excited about this movie, and that is
They
beautiful.
said?
They said they loved it. There was a bajillion out of 10 and a 12 out of 10 were their 2 ratings. And I can appreciate their point of view. They need empowerment because society takes that shit from them. But still, they're just looking at visions of a black woman laying on the ground while a dude is beating her up and just certain shit. I don't know. I get it. But nah. That was a miss for me.
Yeah, and then
That was a miss for me. A
it's
lot of
like-
the themes, a lot of the stuff, that's like I get it, but it was a miss for me. I don't think that they're really
What's
trying to
up with,
empower
with
anybody.
The Atlanteans being like Latinos.
And they were fighting the black people. Why? Why would that happen in real life when those two communities seem to bond very well together? But the white people were just on the sideline laughing, ha 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 ha. You know,
Like,
I'm just not
join
with it.
us. She's like, join us.
I'm not with it. They were the aggressors too. And in the end, like,
Why did you?
stop.
How did you
Stop.
get in here? How did you fucking get into fucking Wakanda?
Stop. That movie was just.
Yeah.
And it was too
I didn't-
long. It was making me think too much about it as I sat there for hours and hours
It was
and hours.
so
Like,
predictable too. The antagonist, it was all over the marketing. It's like, I want something different. I don't just want a war between two fucking, factions of minority people. It's just, and then there's this whole other plot of what's her name? The fucking
the girl from Seinfeld?
Yeah.
I don't know. Her name is Seinfeld. Okay, we're calling her Seinfeld from now on. Henry Dreyfuss Lewis Seinfeld. Whatever her name is.
Julia Louis Dreyfus.
Yeah, sure. Okay. She had no reason to be in the movie. And no reason to be in the movie. That was Disney trying to spin this off into 55 series.
I fell asleep for like
Like,
20
come
minutes
on.
and I woke up and I didn't miss anything.
Like, these niggas are sitting here battling for their nations and they talking about, a marital spat. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
Oh, they were married? Oh, all right.
The movie was that good.
Oh shit.
So I'm just out here like, I don't know. I don't even know. But again, the black community
Yeah,
needs
and
heroes,
so- and-
but this wasn't the way to do it.
Okay, and then you brought up obviously that T'Challa had a son,
Cha-ching! Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
T'Challa
Stop.
Jr.
Stop. Just come on.
And they didn't go to the funeral because I don't know, they wanted to fucking protect.
We
him or
had
some
to keep
shit.
his son a secret, so stop.
We don't want him to be. We want him to not be raised in the mess of the pressure of Wakanda.
Of being a prince of Wakanda. That's too much pressure. We don't want him to know that he's the prince of Wakanda. And his father was the Black Panther who was renowned across the land and the world. We don't want him to know that shit. Get the fuck out of here, man. This is just goofiness. Goofy, we didn't even get an end of credits scene. The Black movie don't get no end of credits scene. Stop.
Wow, it's lazy.
It kind of was a trailer. Remember that time when the subtitles were cut off on the bottom? How am I supposed to know? He could have said something super important, but the subtitles were cut off.
That was a fucking error. That was editing.
Fired.
Yeah. That was a fucking editing error. It was literally one moment, so you know that was not a projection error. That was a fucking final deliverable error. You had a deadline and you fucking didn't, you know.
Hey, VRXConnect.com, I edit too. You know what I'm saying? I edit too.
Second pass. You didn't do the final pass, so.
Okay, so let's get off of this train and let's get to the good things.
The action.
I feel like I'm tearing this movie apart. It was pretty good. I like to watch Shuri, Black Panther dance around, but the story was making it so the action was not hitting for me a certain. Okay, back to the good things.
Well, okay, we can bounce around a lot of stuff, but
let's get on positive
Black Panther, like even the whole lead up to Shuri becoming Black Panther and being super strong and having the suit, like, was, you know, I guess once she was Black Panther, I enjoyed the look. I enjoyed
that she took the gold from Killmonger's too. That was interesting.
The what?
The gold from Killmonger's outfit.
Yeah.
She took the hairstyle from Killmonger's.
Like all the designs, even was it Okoye that had that like fish-looking blue suit?
I don't remember their names.
That was cool. The designs are great. I feel like the fighting was a little lackluster though, in terms of just, I guess,
believability and just what you've seen in other Marvel movies. Yeah,
come to expect.
We're both fighting with spears versus spears, because it's the Black people versus the Hispanic people. Even though everybody has a bunch of sci-fi tech. Stop. Yeah. I get it. Tradition. Sound like stop. Oh man, that is the new catchphrase of this episode.
Stop.
Stop.
Just stop. I may be done with Marvel at this point.
Yeah, oh my God, I was thinking that. I was like, is this just what we're getting every time? First they're gonna Thor me, and then they're gonna Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever me. And why is she sitting here yelling Wakanda Forever? Wakanda Forever. Nigga, they say Ibon Bay. Ain't nobody ever said Wakanda Forever. That was just like one thing in the movie that people gravitated towards, and they just changed the whole lore of it.
They were
just for
like,
you
gotta have a catch. You gotta
stop, man. Come on.
You gotta hit emotional strings.
Come on.
It was a cheat.
It was I don't know. I wanted to like that movie. I wanted to do better. Killmonger was probably the best part of the movie. He should have just been fucking Black Panther. They should have done a late reveal that he wasn't dead or something like that. As long as it took for us to tell the story of Shuri that I didn't care about at all, they could have just came with some left field, other Black Panther shit. Like, we're all in trouble. Here comes new Black Panther to save the day, and it's him. He didn't die. I would have been happy. I would have been happy with that. Shuri does not excite me.
I would need a lot of explaining to.
But it would be more than them just saying T'Challa had died of illness and shut up. Come on. They just were like, come on.
I mean, they had to come up with something.
Did they though? And that's what I'm saying. They don't live in our world. They could have just wrote a story. And then said dedicated to Chadwick Boseman.
Dude, people would have been pissed that they didn't address what happened to T'Challa.
I don't know. They would have said something. That's what I'm saying. They should have wrote a story that was close to maybe what happened, but it wasn't just literally he was Chadwick Boseman. That's what happened to Chadwick Boseman. I get it. But it just felt like they were profiting off his death. I get it like a tribute. It could have been seen as a tribute, and I can understand that. I truly can understand that. But nigga, they had him in the movie. It was gonna be a tribute regardless.
He wasn't even a factor. Like they didn't explain.
They didn't do anything. But I feel like they could have honored his character more.
They could have. Here's what they
different.
could have done.
Like,
they could have come up with a story, a very heroic story.
On his
jumped
death
past that, and then explain and then like reference what happened.
No.
Oh, no.
You see that Black Panther too, though? Okay, don't worry about it. You don't have to.
Yeah, rather than just coming up with an easy out, just like, yeah, he got ill. Like, he could have done something super heroic in order to justify, you know, like he's a fucking hero. They could have come
But they
up with
didn't.
something more creative, is what I'm saying.
They could have told a story.
And even if you can't have him there to finish up the original story, you can still.
I feel like I've seen it done
reference
tastefully before.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, come on. You guys are Disney and you got millions, if not $1 billion behind this film. And
Yeah.
and they, I don't know.
You can
don't
literally
know.
cast someone else as him and then do some fucking digital.
Nah, I
makeup.
felt like they couldn't do that. And that was the thing, is I knew that they probably didn't have the rights to his likeness to do that. But they could have had him in a suit and just
In the
started the
suit.
movie
In
out
the suit.
with like
He
just
could have
the
died
suit
in a
doing
suit.
something exactly at the very beginning. And it would have been like, oh, thank you for setting the precedent. This
That's
is
what
the
I-
story.
That's what I thought I missed.
Or can we get some like other Avengers to get, if it's that big of a deal, can we get some other Avengers in this bitch at the beginning on some like tribute shit? You know what I mean? As
Also,
this
I'm
nigga's
tired-
dying in
I'm
some
tired
situation. Like,
of vibranium being the ultimate desired thing of the movie. Like, that was what it was, the same thing as the last. Like, what? Like, can't there be something else? Can't there be?
like someone trying to steal. I guess I don't know. I thought it would have been a better movie if my guy came in. I felt like they had hints of this and I thought it could go this way, but they didn't. If he came like, yo, you're part of the richest nation, like you gotta be my wife. You know what I mean? I thought it was gonna come with something more like that, with a different kind of ultimatum. But it was just like, yeah, I'm gonna kill everybody. Okay, thanks.
Oh, the fish people coming.
Yeah,
and
they
being
were gonna
yeah.
like something that was just a more complex situation.
That would have been cool. That would have been like kind
something-
of like Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, but
type.
something more different and some complex, and a story of how Shuri's like coming into something. You know what I mean? Like, but nah,
Yeah.
revenge. Black people hate everybody. Revenge. Just come on. You know what I mean? It could have been, I lost my brother. Let me deal with this constructively. It's anger. I get it, but I'm just saying, black people need better. I hope that
Well-
Jonathan Majors doesn't let them use him like a tool in
Well-
these films, even though he's
I mean,
the villain.
In hindsight,
I like that.
in hindsight, pretty much all the fucking minority movies get that treatment. Fucking Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Just stereotypes, reinforcing stereotypes, or just, there are Marvel movies that I do enjoy, that I like, but it's been a while. And,
Yeah, they've been slacking. They lost me at Infinity War, if I'm being real. Ever since Infinity War, I don't think I've seen a Marvel movie that has really like had my energy like that. From Endgame on, it's been Endgame. They were letting me know this is over. It's the Endgame. Marvel's through.
Yeah. Even Spider-Man went downhill, sadly.
That one was okay, but it was only okay. That was actually pretty good. Actually, I did like that Spider-Man.
What, multiverse? Or I mean, fucking No Way Home.
Yeah, that was actually okay.
And that's what they do well, I think. I
But
feel
they
like
lost me
it's
at
like
Doctor Strange. They
like
lost me
when
with
you
all
can
with
kind
Thor.
of,
Come on.
because it was so
Watch those hindsight stubby links.
lighthearted, like with the three Spider-Mans. It was almost like it was a contained story. It wasn't like a big, massive light beam.
We're veering a little
world
bit, but
ending.
it was a world-ending thing, and okay, and that leads me to another thing. Why?
Yeah, I guess kinda.
Why are we always building this massive universe? But
Oh yeah.
where was everybody at? There was no mention that we're talking about the Hulk. You're as strong as the Hulk. That's it. Every Spider-Man
like
and Doctor
that.
Strange
I like
and everybody
that. I
all
like that.
floating into
They're-
all these movies
they're-
together.
They're building out
A new universe. Where were they at though?
the new Avengers. That's what.
I
That's
feel
what
it. I feel it, but we got to see. We got to see. They always got this, super connected universe, but I just didn't feel this was that connected. Thor had gang in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange had gang in there. Spider-Man, did Spider-Man have gang in there? I'm trying to think. I guess Tony Stark was kind of in Spider-Man.
The first one.
No, the newer one. I mean, since they've expanded into this multiverse concept where
Oh,
everything
yeah,
is so
yeah,
interconnected, I feel like where Wakanda at and all that.
Yeah. Where's the multiverse in this
You know,
movie?
I don't know. Shuri is now a superhuman. Why did I not get to see more Shuri being a superhuman? And I only see her in this Black Panther suit. Like finally, I felt like when she punched that thing, I was like, oh wow, they actually gave a black person powers, but I still never saw her get a flex in. Stop. Thor would have been slapping everybody up and down the street, you know, but she can't get her flex in. Stop.
It's like what changed from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie. Honestly, it's just
She became
Shuri
Black Panther, but it seemed like she was Black Panther. She had the suit and stuff the whole time.
Like 2.5 hours.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden she made the juice because she was already trying to do that from the beginning. Yeah, it's like what literally what happened? Like what you went through this movie and then what did you get out of it?
It was a fall that didn't rose again. And I was like, well, dang, could we just have left her down? And here's what I was like, Disney has one choice right now to make this fire. Just kill Shuri too, and that's the end of that legacy. And then what's her name? Lupita Nyong'o becomes the new Black Panther. And that's when I was like, okay, this is gonna be hot, because I thought they were gonna off Shuri, and she was gonna become the new Black Panther, and I was like, cool, reset. I was cool with the reset. Shuri's not a strong enough character to me. They're gonna keep trying to push her, but
yeah, I agree.
Lupita Nyong'o was literally stealing the scenes.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh wow, what's she doing? Oh, where we going? Oh, we spying?
She looks
oh,
like,
she popping in? Like,
I mean, no offense to Shuri, but she needs. Yeah, she just doesn't look like a fucking badass fighter.
Yeah, I wasn't buying it. I wasn't buying any of it. Wasn't buying it. And not to mention, man, like, and again, I saw those girls. She said she gave it a bazillion out of 10. She liked it. She's gonna emulate the things she sees in this movie. But why can't a black woman just be a black woman? They literally are like lesbians, or you see like the Shuri and Riri Williams relationship. Like she said, come on, bro, what up, man? Like, stop. You know what I mean? Like, they're influencing, they have so much influence in the community, and they're playing games with it. They're truly playing games with it, and I'm not okay with that.
Also,
I'm sorry, hindsight had to get so political,
the humor
but
wasn't
even there at all. The only thing that was even funny is when he said, actually, I got a suit. You know, it can grind your bones and you lose blood pressure and you die. But I got a suit.
Say that?
The Aquaman. Kukulakan. That nigga. Kukulukan.
But his actual name was just like Nemo or something.
I don't know.
It's like Norman, something with an N. Maybe
much.
Nemo. I'll go with Nemo.
It was a lot, man. That movie was a lot for no reason. God, why couldn't the Killmonger just been him? His scene, he stole the whole movie in 5 minutes. Yeah. Why couldn't he have just literally been Black Panther and I would have been happy? He just had his change of heart.
That wouldn't make any damn sense.
Why wouldn't it make sense? We didn't see him die. They do that with everybody else. But the one character who they actually got to sign into the movie, and you know, it was honestly, if I think about it, Michael B. Jordan probably said he didn't want to do it. And they still were trying to find a way to write him in the movie. You know what I mean? He probably said he would not be Black Panther, but yeah, he would like to be written into the movie. If I'm thinking about it, I'm guessing it would have gone like that, because if he was in the movie, they should have just, come on. Or, who's my guy? What's his name? Baku. Why couldn't Baku been Black Panther? He would have killed. He would have killed as Black Panther.
I think they.
He would have been the king.
That's the easy choice, but they wanted to kind of.
We want to empower women,
exactly.
and we want to empower tech and STEAM. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Because Disney has a new robotics program, guys. Look out for it. Get the fuck out of here.
No, that's exactly
I'm just black and I'm mad.
I did like that fight at the end between Shuri and Kukulkan.
Yeah, because that was to the death.
That was pretty.
That was to
pretty
the
intense. And just the idea of him kind of dehydrating him, weakening him.
Yeah, in a microwave. Yep, we got a shit microwave. Got him.
How
all that technology though, and that's what the best they came up with.
She was able to get him in there, and yeah, it's just
a
little bit.
question on the afterlife thing. I don't recall any other characters who could just go to the spirit plane on some whimsical shit. I thought they all had to be in some dangerous situations. Isn't that how that happens? Or they had to be like dying or passing out or like, you know what I mean? She just was like sitting there about to kill this guy and then she just talking to her mom all of a sudden. I ain't seen that before. Maybe she's got some new shit, new powers or something.
Yeah, they're kind of abusing the Lion King of it all.
Did I not say that?
But yeah, no. That's the only other time that anyone has spoken to people from the other side.
He just looks up like, what do I do?
It's a classic Disney trope.
And you. Yeah, I know. Like, okay, thank you. But it would have been better if they at least had dad. Or like, you know what I mean? The father dude from the other generations. We can't have T'Challa, but they could have come with something different. Like they weren't being creative. They weren't being creative. They had the footage.
Lazy.
Yeah, they had the footage. They could have done a lot of fun stuff. They could have told a stronger story, but they were leaning into the fact that, we were just trying to make a corny tribute to, to T'Challa. This is to T'Challa. Nigga, like, let Chadwick Boseman rest in peace. You ain't got to be getting $1 off this nigga.
Yeah, that makes it all the more disappointing.
Yet here I am also making a Hind ight so I can put this up on YouTube and try and get views. So, am I just as bad as they are?
No, we're giving info to the people. We're giving the recommendation.
And I guess it ain't just me. I asked those people at the beginning what they thought, and they loved this movie, and I knew everybody else would love this movie. I'm just me. You know what I mean? Like,
maybe it was the expectations too.
And I look at Halloween a certain kind of way other people don't look at it. They're just looking for like that face value.
I was so excited. I was hopeful. I was optimistic, and I was a little let down. Even just the pacing of it, it didn't captivate. It really didn't tug at my heartstrings like I hoped it would.
At all. Like the first one did. Or like many Marvel movies, I feel like have been able to do like with their formula. And this even strayed from the formula in the wrong way. And it wasn't even funny. It wasn't even funny.
I'm trying to think of what else I can add, but that's what it is. It had no right to be almost 3 hours long.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd gain nothing.
The story, like you said, was very straightforward. Even though I didn't quite understand the Aqua people's wanting to, they wanted to join forces with Wakanda to take down, but they seemed plenty strong themselves. Like, he said, I have an army of 50 million billion.
And they were lit down there. But I do know that, the surface people will come for that shit, of course.
So why did they need help then?
I don't know. It's over now, though. The surface people will come. And there will probably be some type of team up, but we're going to see how this all pans out. I'm just like, Marvel, what you doing? And like, I understand a long movie. I feel like when there's a certain kind of mystery to everything, or there's a certain undertone where I'm trying to figure something out with these characters. But this was all like, it wasn't even anything innovative. Like, it was all the same tech and ships and set that I saw in the last one for the most part.
Yeah.
And then water, and then Aquaman, and Black Panther. And there really was no Black Panther. So, what was that? I mean, yeah, sure, it was like Avatar. And I don't know. Come on. What's happening here?
Yeah. Well,
not to mention,
hopefully Avatar.
These guys can't breathe underwater. Don't I just slap their little breathing things off and these fights are done?
What?
You slap off their little water pouches on their face and the fight is over. And they're sitting here in deep combat and it's just like,
developed the, or maybe it was just him that
developed the ability
to absorb the fucking
slap
water.
them little water pouches off their face and then they're done. They just sit there with Capri Suns attached to their face and nobody's attacking that point. They're having long sword battles for no reason.
They're always defending it. They're always gonna.
I get you.
I don't have a problem with that.
Nah, I was only. Come on now.
I did. That was one of my favorite parts.
They're geniuses. She just built a robot. And they can't come up with a way to knock some water pouches off their faces. She made a microwave to pull the energy out of his
These dudes
skin or
are
whatever.
fucking
like-
strong as
But they
fuck.
couldn't. They didn't have no quick technology that's gonna just zoom target that thing and pop that off. Or no little wave gun that's just gonna frequency vibrate and pop that off with vibranium. Stop. It was too goofy. Their tech was too strong. I get it.
Two
Whatever.
factions with vibranium
I get it.
fighting each other.
I get it.
That's-
But the tech
it's
plus
kinda
the
fucked up,
vibranium,
too,
the
if you
tech
think
plus
about
the vibranium shouldn't have been such a difficult. They should have been flying. Why did they come in there on the ship? To trick them into thinking that they were vulnerable or something, to lure him out? No. Why didn't they just come in there on 3 jets? They have plenty of jets. They had jets all through the movie until the fight.
This big fucking ship thing that they put bombs underneath to explode the ship. Yeah.
They got vibranium ship and these little tiny little water gun bombs are gonna. I get it.
It is
Vibranium
fucked up
versus
too,
vibranium, but that
too.
wasn't no.
To write the story where the two, it's like the two factions with like in real life with like oil beneath their surfaces are fighting
Kinda.
each other.
Yeah.
Rather than
Exploiting
the
it.
imperialism of yeah.
And he
the Americans
spoke on
taking
it.
advantage of
He
it.
spoke on it, but they do make it seem like if anybody opposes us, no good will come of it. So you might as well not. That was just like the vibe they were trying to subtly say. Like, sure, don't fight us. You know what I mean? Like, because everyone had someone saying that on their side. That was very prominent. Is that this is the wrong type of thought? You know what I mean? Is don't try and challenge the surface dwellers. Fight each other.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
What did they both say? Like, if it is, they were saying, like, if they something this time, what is to say they won't come back? Like, everybody had somebody whispering something in their ear. And they're just like, I don't
Maybe
know.
I missed that.
Like, remember, both sides had a person who was basically saying, like, if we let that other faction do anything from us, like, who's to say they won't keep coming back for more?
Vaguely.
He's like, I was already asleep by then.
I was probably, yeah. Like I said, if there was something compelling, I would have been there throughout the whole thing. It's not to say that you can't make a really compelling 2.5-hour movie, but
That wasn't it.
they just did, yeah. It was a lot of filler. Like, I feel like there was a lot of talking.
For no reason.
A lot of, I specifically remember certain scenes where it's just dialogue, but we didn't need it. We already got the information that we needed to get. Yeah, it's the show don't tell thing. It's all telling.
I literally
Like,
felt
it's
like there was one scene. I'll say 2 scenes that were show don't tell, and that is literally when Shuri kind of got her power, and I feel like that was a nice little thing where we saw like how she's taking on some Killmonger vibes, but she has become Black Panther, and they didn't really say that until they kind of illustrated it. And when she was swimming and she says, what's her name, like, oh yeah, here's the next generation. I sacrificed my life for the next generation. You know what I'm talking about? Angela Bassett when she died. I feel like that was some good, that told the story without having
Yeah, that
just
was
blah,
good.
blah, blah,
That
blah,
was a
blah
good
through
moment.
the scene.
That's when I was, I was more with it. I will say it picked up during the second part. And we have another guest here that wants to say something.
No.
I mean, what did you like it?
Yeah, like come on, you're literally a different
I'm still
perspective.
processing it.
Thoughts.
It's long.
What?
It's the trailer for the third one.
Perhaps.
It's fluffy. That's a fluffy movie.
It was probably the trailer for the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th movie too.
They set it up at the end.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, thank you. Yes. Thank you for doing that again, Disney. We appreciate you.
With the fish people.
Yeah, the son of Chadwick Boseman. Yes, thank you.
Now they're
Spoiler alert.
forcing this kid into a whole
A life of Hollywood struggle and damnation.
Yeah.
Get ready, Toussaint.
He's such a happy-go-lucky kid. Like,
It's
I
gonna
feel
be
bad
stripped
for
away
him.
from him.
Yeah, cute little list.
War.
Yeah.
He's going to experience war on an intergalactic scale before he's even 10.
Protect him. It's almost ironic because the dude's gonna be, I don't know. The pressure is on his. If he's fucking T'Challa and they want to raise him in Haiti, like the actor himself is
She's saying.
is definitely not gonna have that same treatment.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. They missed. And here's my other thing. And I didn't want to say this because I didn't know this was gonna be a part of the movie. But this made me even sadder. So they ended up pretty much having 3 Black Panthers in the movie. Why couldn't they have just given Michael B. Jordan a suit or given
bro,
Baka or
that's
whatever
a really great point.
a suit?
Literally, all the Panther warriors felt like they were holding their own. The same.
They all turned into Black
Shuri.
Panthers, yeah. And so why couldn't they just give a dude a suit too?
Fucking Ironheart, like Riri Williams, literally had the most badass suit. So why do you have to have magical strength syrup?
Magical strength syrup.
It's like, yeah, like they have all this technology and they're hoping that there's this chosen one that, is worthy enough, quote unquote, because that's the whole fucking, I don't know, just cultural, I don't know, history, what's the word? Tradition. It's just fucking, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't have to be like that. Like, they have technology to make them strong. They don't have to
There was too much technology in the movie for my liking, actually. I like what they're doing here, but lean into the tradition, that seemed more Black than them just promoting their tech.
Well,
earbuds
have it
and
one
all
way
the
or
fun
the
stuff
other.
Because it's cool. It's
have
supposed
it
to be
one way
cool.
or the other then.
I'd like them to lean into the historical element. It should have been that Shuri started to understand, hey, and this is what I thought it could go a couple of ways, that Shuri will understand there was value in tradition. But I feel like she never learned that lesson. They introduced that as a concept that she never learned unless she goes full tech, starts printing out the fucking flowers. There's nothing natural about it. She goes the total opposite way and is rewarded. And it's just okay, well, even though the beginning of the movie is talking about tradition and things that they hold dear, and she just gets angry and steers away from that, and we just forget about the concept.
And then the transition from revenge and just from revenge to my mom died, and so now I won't kill this man that I had all this rage to kill. I had all this, I convinced M'Baku and the whole fucking Black Panther tribe to fucking come with me and annihilate these motherfuckers. Just something, it was just too quick. That mercy fucking switch where her mom comes in and fucking speaks to her from the heavens.
You dropped the ball. Sorry guys, you dropped the ball.
It's how did that happen so fast?
Sorry guys, you dropped the ball.
Don't get it.
Ryan Coogler, I love you. Keep making movies, bro, but not these. Let's hand this over to somebody else.
He probably didn't even write it.
He probably didn't. But he got a nice check, and I ain't mad to see no Black people get paid. Warning, lots of Black people got paid during the filming of this movie. So I am happy for that.
And
Mexicans. I am happy for that. I love to see diversity flowing in the dollars.
Also, I would have liked
that was wonderful.
More backstory on the Aqua people.
I was cool. I get it. They came out the water. Whatever. That was just goofy lore-ish kind of stuff. He's a god because they forced him to drink, vibranium. And if you drink vibranium, then you gotta go under the water eternally. You die and become a water zombie. Okay. Okay.
Where did that come from? Yeah.
Other things. Why couldn't Shuri have just gotten a plant from down? I thought that's where she was gonna revive the thing by getting some plants from when she was down under the water where there was vibranium and natural stuff growing. That makes sense. No, let me scan my bracelet with technology and then scan my brother's DNA and rebirth him.
She fucking just made it from scratch. Yeah. Or she had the DNA and then
she took her brother's DNA plus the flower to make some new Black Panther serum. Okay.
And that wasn't even like a journey. Like that was just like a very
Some science.
small,
That was her playing with these little DNA balls. Like,
it's like it wasn't earned, and that's
No,
the moral is like nothing. Yeah, nothing felt super earned. Which is why I was so frustrated that Black Panther, like, she came in so late. Like, I was waiting for Black Panther. Like, I don't know. It's contradictions everywhere, because, like, yeah, it's happened like that, but there was this whole other story.
well, that's what they called it Wakanda Forever. They're prepping you that it's not really about Black Panther 2. That's why in the titles, Black Panther 2 was really small, and Wakanda Forever was big as shit. Like, come on. All right, rate it.
Fuck.
You know the words.
Whoa. Okay. Man. 6.5.
I don't know. You go first.
Oddly enough, I was gonna say a 6.5 too. I was gonna say a 6, but I was gonna bring it up to 0.5 just because of like all the black people who got paid during the movie. The fact that a lot of black people are going to enjoy it. A lot of people are gonna take a lot of it out, but I don't think it's gonna help the black males, and that's the people who I think really need help that Disney could have really, they could have came out for. I think that's what maybe even Chadwick Boseman would have wanted. And I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah, they just were clowning.
Who was?
I was the most excited when Killmonger was on the screen, if I'm being real.
Like, was there any other male fucking Wakandans? No, Wakandans. It was just the Dora Milaje.
And the guy with the big old ring in his lip.
Dope. That was. I'm sure he went into the fucking audition. He's like, check me out.
So.
Boom, you're hired.
You got 3 lines.
That was, yeah, they could have done so much. They could have done so much.
7 then. Just because there were moments.
Thoughts, gotta say, give me your number.
I think they could redo it.
Give us the number though, out of 10. Yeah, it's just your opinion.
A 5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I guess we might have to hit it at a 6 then. I hate to do that to Black Panther. This is getting vicious out here, but they earned it.
We can't give them brownie points just for trying.
We can't, yeah. Especially because they have the budget.
Okay, for pure entertainment, 7.
That's a difference.
If you're not thinking about it.
Well, then we're gonna give it the 6.5. We're gonna be fair and we'll round around to the 6.5. Okay, and I wanted it to be better than that, but that sounds about right in my opinion.
Yeah, it was very disappointing.
Yeah, it was too much time for too little story. And
Given
here's what I'm gonna
the
say.
Expectations.
I don't like to compare movies on here, but since this is gonna probably be the last one that just was up, I hate to say that I think a One Piece movie was better than Black Panther. That hurts my feelings. That truly hurts my feelings.
100%. That's the truth.
That truly hurts my feelings. I'm black. And they should have, I don't know, I feel like they really didn't have their hand on the pulse of the culture.
Yeah. The first Black Panther, I
It
really
did.
enjoyed.
It did. I didn't like the black on black themes though. I didn't like that, and I feel like they kind of recycled that, and I have a problem with that to a
So
certain extent.
immediately, I was hyped on it, but as time went on, as you think about it, same with Shang-Chi. It's like there's all the like, what is this actually doing for the culture? It's like, yeah, once you think about it, to that level, it's like
Reinforcing.
it's frustrating because I don't really think that an indie black or Asian filmmaker can just come in and do whatever they want, because that's what it comes down to. It's like there are these studio heads that have a fucking plan, have a path that you can take, and maybe you can change dialogue, and obviously you can do your visual style, whatnot, but like at the end of the day, it's not really your movie.
And also, hey, Disney owns Marvel now. Okay, Disney owns Marvel, and Stan Lee is dead. He was writing this crap in the 1960s. They can just make up new heroes and new concepts.
Yeah.
They own this stuff now. You've seen what they've done.
lazy.
You see how they've expanded the Star Wars universe. We got 100 new stuff for that. But
Dude,
why can't we
Andor.
just make some new
Andor's
stories?
dope,
You know what I mean?
no,
Maybe
that's what I
I
hope.
like Black Panther, and that's cool. But even there's the Black
should
Panther
just-
party, and I feel like that's already kind of crapping on that. But why can't we just introduce a new character? Why does Ironheart got to be Iron Man, but the girl version? There's so many different powers and abilities they could have introduced.
Comic people, lovers.
I get it, but there's so many different things they can introduce, so many different ways they can flip these stories.
They should really
and
think
those are
of it.
those are from racist times. If I'm being real, I think those are from old 1960s times. Maybe some of these stories aren't as relevant. We can just swap things out.
True.
We can swap these out. We can make new heroes for a new age.
Definitely some supremacy, you know, a little bit of supremacy blood in there.
You know, it
Some
just
of those early writers.
and so I don't know. I feel like they could have taken a different direction. That's all. Or they could have really tried to empower a people.
Yeah.
Do one of the two, and they didn't have
I mean,
to take
this
$1 from
platform
Chadwick Boseman's name.
will sell itself.
So, that's it.
You don't have to. You don't have to do what the comics say or you know what you think that people want.
They can just write new comics, and people will then have new canon.
Yeah. You could treat it as a canvas, as a brand that you can tell stories in that has nothing to do with.
As a multiverse, if you will.
Because that's. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
That's the end. We out.